Number 8. It embraces the absurdity of violence and dark magic. With all the boners Hollywood has for grounded DC lore, Batman Returns dives headfirst into unreality.
And then the whole 9 lives thing and this sort of mystical quality of cats, and is it real, is it, you know, is there a slight supernatural aspect to cats, and it seemed to fit the material.
Where other modern Catwoman can be realistic, this Catwoman can be resurrected by mystical felines, have 9 lives, be instantly good at kickboxing, and construct an entire catsuit out of a jacket. It transcends reality, venturing into myth, legend, and fairy tales. Writer Daniel Waters even said, "We were making a Tim Burton fairy tale movie." Batman Returns qualifies as a modern fairy tale in a few ways. These stories like to include a lone hero. Batman could stand in for a troubled night. They have heightened realities, drenched in metaphor. The Penguin is so filled with darkness, his insides are just black bile. Death and resurrection is also part of the ethos of fairy tales. Catwoman is brought back to life through unnatural means, like many grim fairy tales, including something called Two Brothers. It's a real cut-up in that a huntsman is betrayed, his head is chopped off, and restored by a magical root. But not until first his head is put on the wrong way and has to be chopped off again and put on the right way. And hey, I've been there. Many fairy tales are both macabre and funny, which is very much the tone of Batman Returns. The holiday setting also further imbues it with a colorful melancholy, which is very Tale of the Fairy as well. A curator from Melbourne's ACMI has noted that the violent and graphic nature of historical fairy tales is often overlooked in contemporary culture. Burton, however, embraces the dark elements, describing the fairy tale tradition as about as disturbing as it gets. Harvard professor Maria Tartar, I don't know how to say her name. That seems bad, right? Maria Tartar filmed interview. Hang on, guys, sorry.
Record holder, Maria Tartar.
Tatar. They say Tatar. Okay. Harvard professor Maria Tartar. Is that really? Tartar for now, Tartar. Harvard professor Maria Tartar, who wrote the academic journal on why fairy tales matter, often discusses how fairy tales, particularly violent ones, spark imagination and even empower children. For Harvard Magazine, she says, fairy tales also face up to the facts of life. Nothing is sacred or taboo. Meanwhile, they glitter with beauty. With all the flack that Batman Returns got for being too dark and violent a vehicle for McDonald's toys, sure as hell sparked my young imagination and lit fire to my parents' wallets. I collected every trading card, didn't even open the bookmark, I guess, and ate the cereal. Yeah, there was a cereal and I miss it. Sidebar. Speaking of glitterific darkness for kids, I'd like to do a video about how beautiful and brutal children's fantasy films were in the 1980s. Interested? Comment below.
Saved by kitty litter.